Hi again. I've missed our wee talks over the last couple of weeks, so it's good to be back. But we've decided that from now on we'll probably just have these Friday videos every second week, so I look forward to that as well. Things have changed over the last month. We've seen businesses opening up again, hospitality industry opened up again. This past week we've seen schools going back. I'd urge you to remember the teachers and the pupils, but also we've been very aware of churches returning to worship. And again, I would urge you, as you do so, to keep an eye on the updated guidance that's been given by the church, which you can see on the church's webpage. It's very important that we observe these guidelines just as a duty of care to each other, but also as a witness to those around us that we are doing everything that we can to keep people safe. But as people return to church, we've been getting positive feedback on the whole. People are saying they don't mind going in and using the hand sanitizers, even coping with the sitting 2 meters apart, although they wish there was perhaps more people that could come along. The restriction to 50 is difficult in some places. Coping even with the face masks that we now have to wear. But the one thing that people are really missing is the ability to sing together, to sing the praises of our God together. But I think, to be honest, that's one of the things I've missed most over the last few months anyway. But as I've been reflecting on this, I've been trying to see that maybe we're in danger of undervaluing what it is we're actually doing at the moment. I realise that the ideal is that we could all be together and sing together and praise together. But in the absence of that ideal, I don't want us to think that what we are doing is without meaning and without value, because it certainly is not. First of all, when we sing our praises, in whatever circumstances, whether we're sitting in our room on our own or whether we're just humming along to music in the car or whatever, when we are doing that, we are expressing a very personal heart worship of our God. You know, when Paul writes to the church in Ephesus, he speaks about, yes, singing psalms, hymns and spiritual songs, but he says, as you make melody in your heart to your God. And that's what we're doing. We're making melody to our God in our hearts. And that's a beautiful thing. It's an act of worship. The second thing we're doing is that we are adding our voices to the chorus of history. Isn't it fantastic when you sing the Psalms especially, that you're singing songs that are 3,000 years old? That the songs that you're singing, David sang, Solomon sang, Isaiah sang, Malachi sang, John the Baptist sang, James and John and Andrew and Peter, they sang them, Jesus sang them. It's amazing when you think these are the songs that your great-grandparents sang, that your grandparents sang, that your parents sang, and now you sing also. You are adding your voice to the chorus of history. And even if you're singing perhaps more contemporary songs, whether it be Amazing Grace, you are joining your voice to that of John Newton, who was celebrating that life-changing power of God that worked in his life. Or even if it's more modern songs about grace, maybe the one by City of Light, you are doing the same thing, saying this God, he has not changed and he continues to save and to redeem his people. It is a beautiful thing to add your voice to the chorus of history. But also what you're doing is you are joining in with the choir of heaven. When you look in the book of Revelation, you see how Jesus is being adored as the Lamb that's in the centre of the throne. And as the great redeemed host sing his praises, they say, worthy is the Lamb who was slain to receive all the power and the honour and the glory. Every time we sing, whether it be a solo in our sitting rooms, or whether it be in our heads and our hearts as we wear our face masks in church, we are joining in that choir, adoring Jesus and recognising him for who he is and for what he has done, and that is no small thing. But there is one other thing that we're doing. Psalm 22 speaks about how our holy God is enthroned in the praises of his people. And every time we praise, in whatever circumstance, again, whether it be with all our brothers and sisters in Christ, or whether it be in our own, whether it be out loud, or whether it be silently in our heads and in our hearts, we are enthroning our holy God in our praises. That is a beautiful and wonderful thing to do. So please do not undervalue what you're currently doing. As you sing on your own, as you sing with your family, perhaps watching a live stream service, or even if you are just in your head and in your heart praising God in church, you're doing something that's very personal, an act of worship. But you're also joining in that chorus of history. You're adding your voice to the choir of heaven, and you are enthroning your God in your praise. That is a wonderful thing, and I would encourage you, keep doing it with joy in your hearts until such time as you can meet together with those that you love in Christ and join together in his praise. Take care, God bless, and we'll speak again soon.